acting stupid, but being dumb. Maybe just a little bit foolish. I feel so young. Drunk. I've never seen you.
Hey guys, it's Vanessa and welcome back to my channel. I am sharing another What's for Dinner with you guys this week, where I share with you what I feed my blended family of 6 from Sunday to Thursday. This week we had pizza on Sunday for some takeout because Mama needed a break, but we're starting off on Monday. First, if you guys are new to my channel, please take a second and subscribe. Click the notification bell so you don't miss any future videos and give it a big thumbs up. That really helps out my channel. Now let's jump into Monday. I'm gonna flip you guys around and show you all the ingredients for tonight's meal. We are having chicken stir fry. This is a Laura Vitale recipe. I have made chicken stir fry probably dozens of times in my life, but I don't typically follow a recipe. I wanted to follow hers because sometimes mine's a little too salty or whatever. So we're gonna kind of stick to it as close as we can, or as close as I'm able to stick to a recipe. So Monday night, chicken stir fry, let's flip it around and see what we got going. All right, guys, so if you hear Maury Povich in the background, again, real life, they're watching Maury Povich. I don't know what to tell you. We're that household. All right, so it's super basic ingredients. A couple things I don't have here. I don't have water showing, and yeah, I'm not using that. Anyway, we're gonna use some cornstarch. I will list it down below for you guys though, so if you wanna click on the link, it'll all be listed. I am gonna mix regular and low sodium soy sauce. She didn't recommend to do that, but I find that a little heavy, but I don't like just low sodium. Make sense? Okay. I'm also going to use some ground or some squeezed ginger and some squeezed garlic just because I think it blends better with the chicken. I have 2 chicken breasts here. That might even be overkill. I'm going to see what it looks like when I cut it up, and I may only use 1. For vegetables for the stir fry, I have a can of corn, just the little cobs of corn, and these ones are chopped up for me already, so awesome. One less thing I have to do. Some water chestnuts. Now you can put whatever veg you want in these. That's totally up to you. I just kind of went with things that were pretty and some things that were already in my fridge. I grabbed a red pepper on my grocery haul. I also had an onion, so I figure I'll throw some of that in. I'm gonna throw in some nice broccoli. I may even chop up the stem, we'll see. I have some bean sprouts here, but I had said in my grocery haul I didn't think they looked that great, but we'll check them out when I open them up. And I just had some asparagus that are starting to get a little bit soft, so I may just cut up this part, ditch the ends, and cut up the middles and throw that in there as well. So that's everything we're gonna need. Let's go ahead and get started. I should tell you guys too, I've already started my rice. I just use this rice cooker that I've literally had since like my wedding to my ex-husband. So this rice cooker has been through it, let me tell you. So I don't even know how many years ago that was. I'm not gonna try and do the math. But yeah, it takes about 50 minutes, makes perfect rice, love it. And it's really sticky, so I made 2.5 cups of rice just because I want to have some extra for some arancini that I'm doing on Thursday, and a sticky rice is preferable if I'm not using risotto or something. So that's the plan. All right, so a couple of ingredients that I missed on there. I don't have oyster sauce, which is what she used in her soy sauce or her stir fry mix. So I'm gonna go ahead and replace it with hoisin. I realize it's not nearly the same thing. I just like that it's texturally, it's similar, and hoisin is a little bit sweeter, and that'll be good, I think. And also she did put a little bit of sesame oil, but you'll see that. So those are the 2 things missing, and I am gonna throw in some fresh jarred garlic into my vegetables as well. All right. Let's start cooking. Okay, so I've got all my vegetables prepared. There's some under there that are hiding. What we're gonna do is season the chicken in a second, and we're gonna mix up the stir fry sauce that she does. Now, I will link below. Hopefully I'll find it by then. I'm just having a hard time finding her recipe, so I'm just eyeballing based on what I saw her do in her video. So we're gonna go ahead and combine up the sauces we need right now for the stir fry mix, and then season the chicken. All right, so she starts off initially with some water in this. I don't know. We're just guesstimating, guys. It looked like 1/2 cup to a cup, and it looks like she kind of topped it off with soy sauce, so I'm guessing it's her way of keeping it a little less on the salt. So I don't think I'm going to use the low sodium. I'm just gonna top it up to a cup. Oh, there you go, look at that. So we'll do equal parts water and soy sauce, and we'll leave the low sodium out of the equation. Now she did add, like I said at the beginning, a little drop of sesame oil. Now you guys know this goes a long way, so I am gonna measure it because I don't wanna make a mistake and put too much. So I would say about a teaspoon should be good. This is a 1/2 teaspoon measurement. Lord, that's gonna take me forever. We're just gonna eyeball it and hope for the best. That should be good. I don't even know. I have no idea what just went in, guys. I would say a teaspoon. And I'm gonna add hoisin. So this is basically like, I don't know, it's like a sweet Asian sauce. like a thicker soy sauce, a little sweeter too. So I'm gonna add that, probably a couple tablespoons. There we go. And we'll just whisk it up. And then what we'll do when we're cooking the chicken or cooking the vegetables, we'll add more ginger and garlic directly to the vegetables. And if you wanted to thicken this, you could add cornstarch or something. I don't think it needs it because the chicken's already gonna have some on it. All right, so what she does is adds ginger and garlic. Now this is the squeezed garlic. It goes a long way, but we like garlic, so I'm not too worried about it. And I'm gonna add a little bit of ginger. I'm not a huge ginger fan. I like it, but I don't like it to be the dominating element. So we'll put a little bit there. We're just gonna kind of combine that, and she insists that this is the best way to flavor your stir fry, is to coat your chicken in garlic and ginger and cornstarch first, and do that while you're cooking it. So I may need to add a bit more because I think I have more chicken than I thought. Yeah, we'll just add a little bit more. All right, now we're gonna add some cornstarch.
Yeah, they're up now. Oh, they're all acting ridiculous, the three of them.
Just to kind of give it a coating. We don't want to go nuts on it though. And then we're gonna throw it in a hot pan. Let's go. All right, so you want this on like a really high heat, like medium high, closer to high. And you want to throw about 2 tablespoons of oil. So 1, oh, 3. And get that really, really hot. So I'm gonna let this heat up for probably 4 or 5 minutes. And I like that I'm using this pan. You wanna use a non-stick pan, honestly, so that you don't have to use too much oil and your chicken doesn't stick. All right, that's been heating up for a few minutes. My mixture looks nice and cornstarchy and goopy. So we're just gonna drop it in. Now be ready, because it's gonna sizzle, so I might back the camera up a little bit. I don't have a guard, but losing my mic here, guys. Falling apart. Let's go. All right, so the chicken's pretty much done. You can take a look in the middle. See how it gets kind of brown and gets that? That's from the cornstarch, so definitely try it out. All right, so I'm gonna dump these in, all of it, just give her. There you go. Look how nice that looks. That looks so good. So there's enough oil that's left from the chicken in the bottom that you don't need to panic too much about it. As long as you're stirring it pretty constantly, that's all you want to do. So we're going to cook this for about 2 minutes. My handy trusty measuring knife. I'm going to add a good amount. See that? A little bit more. Okay. All right, I'm going to add the chicken back to all the vegetables with all the juice and everything. Give that another stir. Wow. I mean, I would probably eat it just like this, honestly, without the sauce, but nobody else will. And we'll just cook it up. So I'm going to give you guys another Random-Ness moment. So when I'm looking up the recipe, when I watched this recipe on TV or on YouTube last night in bed, she has 2 chicken and mixed vegetable recipes. One's from like 2014 and one's from like a month ago. So when I'm putting this together, I'm like, I thought there was sugar and rice wine vinegar. Anyway, whatever, I must have been sleeping. No, I basically showed you half of her recipe from 2014 and half of her recipe from 2020. You're welcome. I'm an idiot. Anyway, so now I have too much sauce in here. I just realized, I'm like, this doesn't look right, but it's fine. We'll make it work. I'm going to show you guys, flip you guys around and show it to you. So I will link both of her recipes down below so that you can, or both of her videos, if nothing else, if I can't find the recipes, so you can decipher on your own which one you would like to try, or maybe you want to combine them both like me. Okay, there it is, guys. It actually looks really, really good. All done. So I think with their newer one, she does put a pinch of sugar in it. I didn't do it with this one, but I think because the hoisin is like a sweeter soy sauce, a sweeter, thicker Asian condiment, it might make up for that. But you see I have way too much liquid down there, so I would probably do half of what I did if you're doing the same amount of vegetables as me. Maybe half a cup, like quarter cup water, quarter cup soy, that kind of thing. Anyway, I think it's still gonna be delicious. Let's plate it up. All right, guys, we are on, what day of the week are we? Tuesday. So originally I had said in my meal plan, if you watch one of my grocery hauls, that we were gonna make tacos tonight. Well, I'm down to just one kid tonight, and originally I thought enchiladas wouldn't work out because everybody wouldn't like them, but I'm gonna make these mainly for Jamie and my oldest stepson tonight because I think that they'll enjoy them, and I'll probably try some, but it's not overly my thing. But I'm gonna show you guys how I make them. It's basically a combination of tons of different recipes. They're not authentic, they're not corn tortillas. These are just a lazy man's enchilada. All right, let's flip around and see what we need. All right, so I am only gonna use probably about half of this pack of ground beef, maybe 3/4 of it, and I'll freeze the rest. I haven't frozen it yet. I just got this on my grocery haul yesterday. I'm gonna add an onion in with it and also a can of these green chilies. They're a little bit spicy, so just be aware of that. I'm also gonna season it with some taco seasoning. I have some smoking hot habanero sauce from Montana's. I'm literally might put a teaspoon of this in with it because it is very spicy, and I'm gonna throw in probably a tablespoon of garlic or so, and that's what I'm gonna use for my meat mixture. And then for the tortillas, I'm just gonna use I don't even know if it's 9 by 13. It might be a little bit short, I'm not sure. But I have these little small tortillas from Old El Paso. Like I said, just flour, regular tortillas. I'm gonna also, what I forgot to mention is these are gonna go in with the ground beef just to stretch my meat out a little bit more. And I like the texture that it gives the beef, especially in an enchilada. We like to do that with tacos too sometimes. So I won't use all of this, probably half the can. I'm also gonna top it when I put the cheese with some jalapenos, not very many. Again, I don't wanna be too spicy for these guys. And then I have this packaged enchilada sauce. I mean, again, not authentic, but this is the closest thing we can get here in New Brunswick. I wasn't able to get this brand, so that'll have to do. I have some mozzarella that I already shredded up the other day. And I have two kinds, mozzarella and medium cheddar, that I'm gonna shred up to put on top. And this is what I'm gonna use to put in the center with the beef. So here's everything. Let's get cooking the beef. I'm gonna dice this onion really quick so we can throw it right in with the ground beef. This is the point I like to add my beans, or the refried beans, just so it really gets a chance to warm up and cook with the ground beef. There we go. So that's good. All right, so this has been cooking. I'm gonna add my green chilies. I cook this on really high heat, by the way. So I have a rock pan, the rock pan from Heritage. Nothing sticks, luckily. So just mix in your chilies and add some taco seasoning. Some of your hot sauce. The reason I'm adding these in the end is I know that Jamie likes the onion. I didn't want it to dissolve too much, and I wanted that crunch. So everything else is kind of mushy, and you get the nice crunchy, fresh onion. It's really, really nice. I am going to put a little bit just on the bottom so that they don't stick. I don't think that they will. There's so much fat in them, honestly, but so just take your pan and kind of zhuzh it. There, so now it's all nice and coated. Back you guys up a little bit. Oh, there you are, okay. So, here's my cheese. all grated, ready to go. Look at that. Haha, that works. All right, so take it and the dry side down and fill it up. Well, you know, within reason. There you go, it's pretty good. Just make sure it's kind of even in there. It's okay if it goes right to the edge because you don't seal the edges, right? Throw a little bit of cheddar, a little matzah, and you're done. And you're gonna roll it up. These are warm, so be ready. All I do is kind of push it in that way, tuck it tight as you can, and there's your enchilada. We're gonna move my little tray. We're gonna tuck it right in here. One down, probably I'd say 7 to go. So here they are. I managed to squeeze 8 in there. They don't quite touch the sides because I probably could have got a bigger tortilla, but these are the right size for us. I am gonna have to open another pack of sauce because that's almost empty and you really want to coat those. And then I am gonna top it with the rest of these and a little bit of the Tex-Mex just so I can use up that cheese. So let's do that now. Actually, 2 packs of that sauce was perfect. Excellent. Now let's put on some cheese. All right, guys, my oven is telling me it is time. So here they are, loaded with cheese, just some jalapenos on top, more for look. We're gonna pop these in the oven, 350. I wanna say probably 25-30 minutes, just until it starts to bubble, the cheese is melty. If you're worried about it, you could always throw a little tinted aluminum foil over it in case it's gonna burn, but at 350, it probably shouldn't burn. It's not gonna work that quick. Oh my God, that's heavy. There's a lot of meat. Bye, enchiladas. All right, guys, here they are, all done, super cheesy and bubbly. I opened the oven and the steam and the jalapenos burned my eyes, but it's fine, I survived. Here you go, we're gonna plate them up, show you what they look like. Hey guys, so the third meal I'm going to share with you guys this week is kind of spontaneous. It's not what was in my original meal plan. I had originally planned on sharing a 1-pot pasta. I wasn't able to get my hands on any fresh basil, and I really think that's part of, it's such a basic recipe that you really want to have all of the specific ingredients like Parmesan, basil. Anyway, I'm going to try and get that tomorrow. It's Canada Day today, so I can't go shopping to try and find it. I will try to get it tomorrow and make it tomorrow. Nonetheless, I'm rambling. My spouse is gone with his 3 kids on a fishing trip, and it's just my daughter and I. She's super fussy, so I'm gonna make her like a grilled cheese and soup or Kraft dinner, whatever she wants. I'm making something just for me. This is basically a 1-person meal. You can make it for 10 or for 1. I am making mashed potatoes with ground beef and tomato soup. Don't judge it. Don't judge it. All right. I'm not even gonna spin you around and show you what the ingredients are because I just told you. Potatoes, ground beef, tomato soup. And apologies if my audio's off a little bit. I don't have my mic tonight. I'm a bad vlogger. I'm a bad YouTuber. I didn't charge it. Okay. Hold you close, start a fight, there you go. I get a stable. Season this pretty good with pepper. If you've watched any of my What's for Dinners before, then you know I tend to put a lot of pepper on everything. So that's mostly what I'm going to use. I may put a little bit of garlic powder, just a little bit, like that. Mix it up and get it cooked up. And I got my potatoes going. So yeah, again, sorry for the audio, guys. We're doing the best we can over here. Alright, so you saw I just added that can of tomato soup. I didn't drain. There was a little bit of fat in the bottom of the pan, but it's going to help thin out my tomato soup. I did add, I'm talking like 1/8 of a cup of water, a very small amount, a couple tablespoons. And now I'm just kind of letting that come to a boil, heat up, and cook off a little bit. And really, I can just set that to the side, and it'll be ready once my potatoes are good. So, and then I'll show you guys what it looks like. If you want to add more pepper at this point, you can. Because I like it to kind of cook in with the tomato soup. Even when I have tomato soup, where you guys like that, I put a lot of pepper in my tomato soup. Alright, so I make my potatoes super basic. Just gonna add margarine, milk, because they're pretty dry, so, and pepper. More pepper.
Push it back, hold you close, start a fight, there you go. I get a stable.
Alright, this is where the magic happens. So, grab your plate, put your potatoes down. I'm not gonna make myself too much because I just can't eat that much, but put them down like that. Oh, you guys. And I want to show you, it has thickened up pretty significantly. I didn't do anything to thicken it. It's just what happened with the soup. So I've just got some peas and carrots in the microwave right now, but I'm going to go ahead and spoon this on. So basically I have enough for 2 portions. This is awesome. Oh my god, perfect timing. Now this is what's making it from my childhood. Is my mother making me eat peas and carrots. Only I eat them willingly now, for the most part. There you have it. There is hamburger with tomato soup, mashed potatoes, side of peas and carrots, and some cucumbers. You guys. Ugh. Oh, we know this is gonna happen. Hang on. By the way, I get this pepper obsession from me mother. I don't know what to tell you. There you go. Ready to devour. All right, hey guys, welcome to Thursday. We are on the last meal of the week, and tonight, or today, I am making Martha Stewart's one-pot pasta. Now, there are lots of variations of this, and I mean like thousands. If you Pinterest one-pot pasta, you're gonna find a lot. But Martha Stewart was kind of the OG who kind of created this like years ago. And this is the original where you just boil everything together, like your basil, tomatoes, garlic, onions, pasta, and water. And then you just garnish it with Parmesan. So we're gonna get right into making this. So I will show you super quickly. Here's everything you're gonna need. I've already cut up my garlic and my onions. I cut those up before I started filming. I've got 4.5 cups of water, about 12 ounces of cherry tomatoes cut in half, 4 cloves of garlic thinly sliced, 1 whole onion very thinly sliced, about 2 bunches of basil, and we're gonna need a little bit salt, pepper, and red chili flakes, and a box of linguine. So let's just throw it all in there, shall we?
Not prepared, not used to this, not prepared, not prepared. It was like if we were to waste these moments, they're like poets to me. You getting inside my brain. I feel emotionally drained. You getting inside my brain. You getting.
Now you're just gonna put a cover on it, turn up the heat, and once the liquid's absorbed and the pasta is cooked, it's all good. I just want to show you guys really quickly kind of what it looks like. This has been going for, I want to say 10 minutes now. I mean, even Belle came out and said, "What is that smell?" I said, "I know, right?" All right, guys, I just tested the pasta. It is cooked to perfection. I'm gonna turn it off, and I'm gonna go ahead and mix all of the elements together. little bit of everything. Take your pasta right in the center of your plate. Give it a little zhuzh. So I just have a microplane here. If you guys haven't seen one, it's just a, actually that's a Pampered Chef one. So it just gives like a really fine grate. So I've just got some fresh Parmigiano Reggiano here. Oh, easy, easy. And I'm gonna give it a good liberal sprinkle because I think, like I said, this is kind of what tops it off. There. Oh, you guys, tell me that doesn't look so stinking good. Hello, look at me, authentic. I don't know, not authentic, but delicious. All right, guys, I just have to say, I just had a bite. That is indescribably amazing. Amazing. And literally, I threw it together and it was done, thrown together, cooked in under 20 minutes. So, all right, guys, that is going to be it for this week's What's for Dinner. I hope you enjoyed it. I shared with you a few meals that we made this week, some that were on my meal plan and some that weren't. You got to be a little flexible, right? All right, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it gave you some inspiration. And if you try any of these, please leave a comment down below or reach out to me on Instagram. Go ahead and follow me there. I share way more meals on there than what I share on my What's for Dinner. So definitely follow me for any more inspiration or just some tips and tricks. All right, guys, take care. I will see all of you in my next video.
Like a song, like a bird.